Sorry about the last video because the video quality was not very good. I don't know what went wrong. Okay, because only after I watched the video myself, okay, I found out that the video quality was very messy. In fact, you couldn't even see my face. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry about this, but this is going to be a very important discussion, serious discussion. Okay, I'm open to your questions, and also I also want to talk to you about many things that happened in my past. Okay, so but yeah, let us first wait. Okay, let people come. Okay, let us see. So when I so I hope you're doing you're having a good time. You're having a great weekend, right? Okay, what if actually, I plan to make it as a music live session, okay, because I wanted to sing some songs, okay, but I can do it until someone comes. I'm not really a very good singer, okay, but I try to sing. That's it, okay. So please accept my apologies if there is anything wrong, okay. So yeah, let people come, let people shoot their questions, okay, and then I will also talk about a lot of things. I'm hoping that this will be a much longer session today, okay, longer than usual because today is Saturday and I don't have to go to work tomorrow, right? So yeah, let me sing a song, okay. I'll just begin singing a song because that is something that I love to do today, okay. பால்மழைக்கு காத்திருக்கும் சாமி இல்லையா, ஒரு பண்டிகைக்கு காத்திருக்கும் பூமி இல்லையா, வார்த்தை வர காத்திருக்கும் கவிஞன் இல்லையா, நான் காத்திருந்தால் காதல் இன்னும் நீளும் இல்லையா, கண்ணீரில் தீ வளர்த்து காத்திருக்கிறேனும் காலடி தடத்தில் நான் பூத்திருக்கிறேன். மின்னலே நீ வந்ததே நடி, உன் கண்ணிலே ஒரு காயமென்னடி, என் வானிலே நீ மறைந்து போன மாயமென்னடி. Just a sample, okay. So I was a bit emotional about a lot of things that happened in my life, okay, over the past 2 years, because when I see the stupidity of human beings, okay, stupidity of today's human beings, I am very much disappointed, okay, because it is very obvious. If you look at the social media comments, it is obvious. And in my own life, oh my God. Even yesterday there was a moron. I'm just waiting for him, okay. There was a moron when somebody called VVK something, okay. Let him come. Okay, let him come. Today we will வச்சு செஞ்சிருவோம், ஓகேவா, தமிழில் அப்படி தான் சொல்லுவோம், வச்சு செஞ்சலான் இருக்கேன், வாடா நீ, okay. And he started the conversation, okay, yesterday, like, Day Machi, I want to ask you a question. Okay. Day Machi. Machi is a friendly word actually in Tamil Nadu. The word Machi means you can use that word with a friend, okay, that you have known before. But it will be considered as it will be considered as a disrespect if you use that same word with any stranger, whether he is older than you or younger than you, it doesn't matter, okay. But usually the machi is a word that is used with the friends, okay. So die machi, and I can ask him a lot of questions, okay, because the way he ended the video, okay, when I was about to end the video, he asked one question and it was disgusting. It is like, it was like there are a lot of useless creatures in this world who call themselves as human beings who do not contribute to anything at all, okay. This is the most saddest fact, guys, okay. Let me start with this subject, okay. Why are we even born? Have you inquired about this? Why am I born? What is the purpose of this life? And our parents and the society teaches us a formula, right? You have to follow a particular formula. You have to study well. You have to get graduation. You should apply for a medical college or engineering college. You should become a doctor or an engineer. The most disgusting question is this, okay? The most disgusting question that I have ever come across in my entire life is, do you want to become a doctor or an engineer? What if I want to become a corporation toilet cleaner? Is it okay? What if I want to become a conductor, shopkeeper? Or maybe, if you think that all these jobs are inferior, maybe I want to become an entrepreneur, an actor, a singer, or anybody, right? I want to become a musician. Why should it always be, whenever it comes to ambition, why should it always be about doctor or engineer? This is a sickness. I really don't know what kind of things are taught to children these days, because I don't have an opportunity to interact with that community, right? The community of people who are teaching to children. So I don't have any idea, okay? But it was a disgusting question, I can tell you that for sure, okay? The most disgusting question that I've come across is this. I'm being very honest, guys. This is the truth, okay? Because I will tell you one thing, okay? I'll let you know about the consequences of this question, okay? Asking somebody, a little child, whether you want to become a doctor or engineer. We hope that you will study well and become a doctor, and you will cure all of us. So, the purpose of studying is only to become a doctor. What if everyone becomes a doctor? What if everyone becomes a doctor? Who will become an engineer? Who will become a collector? Who will become a politician? Who will clean the streets? Who will clean your toilets? Who will become a shopkeeper? Who will become a businessman? Who will become anybody else? Construction worker, other than doctor. So it is a bullshit, right? So all of our parents taught this bullshit, and because of this, people are committing suicide. Why? Well, there is an entrance examination in India. It is called NEET. Okay, NEET. Okay, NEET is an examination. And one girl, 2 years before, committed suicide because she wasn't able to write the NEET exam. Okay, and yes, I agree that there is a lot of politics in it. It is not that I support NEET completely, but one thing is very, very clear. Why should you commit suicide just because you're not able to become a doctor? Because somebody has given an indoctrination, some kind of dogma. They told you, okay, you got fixed in your mind because they told you that only if you become a doctor, the world will respect you. Let us bury these parents alive. I'm telling you, seriously. It may sound very, very rude, and it may sound very, very violent, but I am telling you, these parents who teach their children to only become a doctor or engineer or any kind of particular job that comes with a lot of revenue, they are just bullshitting. They're spoiling themselves, they are spoiling their children, they are spoiling the society, they're spoiling the whole world, and at the end of the day, it will be the end of the humanity when everybody chooses to, like, if the only standard to if there is only a standard, if this is the only standard, like, for example, if you are capable of becoming a doctor or engineer, if you only study well, if you only get good marks, only then you are becoming a good human being, that is bullshit, right? That is bullshit, complete bullshit. In fact, you have no idea how much I hated this education system ever since I was a child. Ever since I was a child, because this is a silly education system. I'm telling you, silly, very, very silly. When I was a child, okay, not just a child, when I was like in fourth grade or fifth grade, I used to actually go through my own school books. Sometimes I used to even go through the subjects which are not even taught yet, because it was my passion. For me, education was my passion, okay? Whether you force me to learn or do not force me to learn, I will learn because it is my passion. That is exactly how I was. But still, I was treated very, very badly, including my parents. I think I've already told you about this. My father used to beat me up if I do not get the first rank, and that was very, very silly. Very, very silly. Not only silly, it was cruel. Okay. So the reason why I'm saying all these things is because it is very, very sad to see the reality of the today's society. Okay. Wherever I turn, okay, in the practical lives, if I go to the forest, if I live peacefully, maybe I forget about all these things. I will forget about the human race altogether, okay, and I can probably figure out another way to live peacefully in the forest. But I'm living in the society and I made up my mind to be a part of the society for the rest of my life because I want to serve the society. I want to help people genuinely, okay? And I have come across so many morons. In fact, even yesterday there was one moron. Who's that guy? VVK something, VVK something fucking you, like the guy started. I told you right, die machi. What do you think about this? And he ended asking, "How is your Iranian friend? Is she hot?" The guy doesn't deserve to live a life at all. I mean, don't ever watch my video. I will block you. If you see any more comment from you, okay, the VVK something bullshit, okay, if you see any more comment from you, because you are a disgusting piece of creature, and I am pretty honest about this, okay. So let people come, okay. In the meantime, I will just sing songs because I don't worry whether you join or not, whether you listen to me or not. It is none of my business, okay. I have produced very useful content for humanity because of the grace, and I can't take credit for it. It is not that I did it. It is because I was just an instrument, okay? Just like a flute, just like a veena, just like mridangam, okay? I was just an instrument. Nature just played with me. And the byproduct was just all my books, my articles and everything. And I still strive to help people. As long as they come to me, I will help, okay? Surely help. But the main problem with the spiritual seekers these days is because everybody has their own idea about spirituality. They already know. Okay. If you think that you already know, how can I teach you? You have to empty your cup. Do you know what does it mean? Emptying your cup? It is a Zen quote actually. A guy went to a Zen master, okay, and he was bragging about everything that he learned, everything that he knew. And he said, okay, please admit me because I know this, I know that, I have studied this, I have studied that. And okay, the master, Zen master, asked him to sit. Please sit, okay, let me serve you some tea, okay. And he actually took a cup, he placed the cup on the table, and he started to pour tea inside the cup, okay. And he was pouring and pouring, and the cup was overflowing, okay. The cup was overflowing. There was no more space in the cup, so the tea was overflowing. It was flowing outside of the cup. And then the guy who came, he said, "What are you doing, man? Are you stupid or what? Like, the cup is already full. You can't add anything more to it because it is already full. You have to empty it before you can add anything to it." Zen master said, exactly. Your mind is so full. You're already full of shit. You have already gathered a lot of shit from all these books, all these spiritual gurus, and everybody who said a lot of misleading things, right? You have a certain idea about, you have certain preconceived notions, okay? Preconceived notion about enlightenment, how it is supposed to look like, based upon what you have read, based upon what people have said to you, in spite of the fact that you have never witnessed those things yourself in your eyes, right? So people have lied to you, but you believed it, and your cup is full. Your cup is full of ideas. Unless you empty the cup, I cannot teach you anything. This is the truth, because people come to spirituality, and a lot of people have a lot of preconceived notions. Okay, they maybe try to create an impression. I know these things. I already read these things. Okay, I'm knowledgeable. The thing is, you can read lots and lots of books on spirituality, right? It is only a knowledge that we gather from the books, okay? That just verbal knowledge, okay? Just a knowledge, conceptual knowledge. You memorize those concepts in your mind, okay? And everything comes from your memory. For example, if I ask you, how many steps are there in Ashtanga yoga, and what are they, okay? Maybe you are well versed in that, you're well versed in the theory, but it doesn't change your experience, right? It doesn't change your experience at all. And even in spiritual seeking, even though a lot of people know this, still they commit the same mistake again and again and again, okay? So I've been asked a lot of questions before. I have been, my story is very, very interesting, man. I have come across many things the last 10 years. It has been 10 years since I went through that first experience of non-duality. And after that, my life completely dissolved in it. So it is like I'm just learning, okay? Whatever happens in my life, I'm learning from it. I just know, okay, this is supposed to happen after spiritual enlightenment. So again, I'm waiting for people to come because usually there is a lot of engagement, but sometimes it is missing, especially these days it is missing. I don't know what people are up to, okay? Especially, oh my God. Okay, let me do this, okay? Let me wait until people come. Just in case you're watching this video later, okay, maybe later, you just practice mindfulness. Maybe that is because I don't want to just keep you waiting. Instead of waiting, turn this waiting into a meditation, okay? If you're waiting, for example, I'm not going to say anything valuable unless I see people coming there because I'm very disappointed these days, okay? It is like the modern world has spoiled a lot of people. They think that spirituality is like a fast food that they can get immediately. But anyway, before I talk about all these things, I'm going to be in silence for some time. But I will also give you some guidelines. As I said, just in case if you're watching this video later, use this opportunity, okay, to because a lot of people have actually asked me, why don't you do a guided meditation on witnessing, okay, witnessing meditation? Why don't you do a guided meditation on it? Let me do it, okay? Let me do it until I get 5 people, at least 5 people on this live video to watch this, okay? So the first thing that you need to do right now is pay very close attention to your sense perceptions. What do you see, okay? Bring your attention to the present moment, the colors that you see. First, let us focus on the visual stuff, okay? Visual stuff that is appearing in front of you right now, okay? Look at the colors, no matter where you see, okay? Just take your time to look at the colors, look at the shapes, look at all kinds of different things that you see, no matter where you want. Just turn around, okay? Or if you don't want to turn around, that is fine. If you are keeping still, if you're just sitting still, just look at the opposite side wherever you're looking, right? And just scan everything visually in front of you. I'm telling you, this is a guided meditation because when you do this, when you focus on your sense perception, it will bring your attention to the present moment, okay? So first do this for the first 2 or 3 minutes. Focus on what you see. Focus on what is in front of you without any judgment, okay? Without any kind of judgment. And if there is a judgment that arises in your mind, that is okay. Accept it, okay? Don't do it yourself, but if the mind creates a thought, accept it. Just be a witness to it, okay? So pay very close attention to the present moment, whatever you are seeing right now, and then focus on the sounds that you hear, including the sound of my speech. When I speak, pay attention to the every pay attention to every syllable that is uttered, okay? And slow down. Hi, bro. Slow down. Are you still there? Yeah. The reason why I'm doing this is because if somebody is watching this video later, okay, instead of getting bored, what they can do is they can use it as an opportunity to meditate, to bring their attention to the present moment, right? So, first, in order to bring your attention to the present moment, you need to actually pay attention to the sense perceptions that you're experiencing right now, including the visual perceptions, what you see, what you hear, what kind of perceptions that you get on your skin, like whether it feels cold, hot, how does it feel to wear the clothes that you're wearing right now. So, good, slow down. I don't know why, because on the top of the screen it shows how many viewers are viewing this video, and it says zero. So I have no idea how many people are really watching. Probably the technology is not really that good. Okay, it doesn't give me the complete picture. That's okay. We are right now just both of us are talking, but let people come. So yeah, that's why I'm talking about this witnessing meditation. Okay, because I have practiced this for many years, many years, right? So in order to become a witness, it is very important for you to focus on the present moment, right? Because present moment is the key to the witnessing. We need to observe, acknowledge, and accept what is going on within you. When it comes to your sense perceptions, when it comes to thoughts, when it comes to everything that is happening within you, you just pay attention without any judgments at all. Okay? With no judgments. Nothing is good, nothing is bad. Everything that happens is simply happening, right? How else could it happen? Like, for example, if you just and wait, curiously wait to see what is going to be your next thought. Have you ever come across this scenario, right? When you do a witnessing meditation, sometimes your whole mind is silent and you're wondering because you yourself do not know what your mind will think, what kind of thought that your mind will produce, right? You have to be very patient, and this is the key because this is what I practiced. Okay, this is what I practiced. So focus on your focus on the things that you see, focus on what you hear, focus on everything else, like your anything else, any kind of perception that you get, and focus on the thoughts. Like it is you just have to surrender yourself. You should what you should do when it comes to witnessing is don't try to do anything at all. Okay, just first of all, you need to, if you're a complete beginner, for example, if you're a let us say that you're a complete beginner to the witnessing meditation, the first thing that you need to do is to step back from the thought process. Okay, your thoughts are there and you're here, your awareness is here, right? You are aware of the thoughts, so you see very clearly that you are not your thoughts, because your thoughts are there and the consciousness which is aware of the thought, okay, which is aware of the thought process, is watching the thought. So there is a clear distinction, right? There is a clear distinction. This distinction has to be first made. Okay, it has to be very clear, crystal clear, right? There should be a clear boundary between the consciousness and the objects that appear in the consciousness. Okay. So that's what you must try first, okay? Because it is very, very satisfying. Believe me, it was so satisfying when I started practicing it in 2004, I think, 2003, 2004. I have to count, like when did I join my college, when was my third semester, because it happened the third semester in college, okay? So but it was very, very wonderful because there were a lot of trees in the college. What I would do is I would go to my go to the camp. I mean, I would wander, okay, just take a walk in the campus. I would sit somewhere where there are a lot of trees, okay, and I'll be very, very silent, and it is very, very interesting to get to know your own mind, okay. First, okay, before you do anything, first, if you're a complete beginner, keep observing your mind, okay. Keep observing your mind. You should be very, very familiar about the thought process, what kind of thinking that your mind produces, because it is not voluntary, okay. It is completely involuntary. If it is voluntary, you can control your thoughts completely, right? It is not voluntary. Just like heartbeats, just like how heartbeat happens, thought simply arises without your voluntary, without your decision, right? You don't decide what your next thought is going to be. So why does the mind create a thought suddenly, okay? So you need to pay attention to this. You need to become familiar with the patterns of your mind. What kind of thoughts? You need to get to know your mind. And I think it will be very, very helpful to you if I mention a quote, a very, very important quote. And I think it is from Vedatri Maharishi. He said, okay, if you try to control your mind, the mind will not get controlled. It will just start moving here and there, okay? It will never get controlled. But if you try to know your mind, it will get controlled. It will come under your control if you try to know your mind. So don't try to control your mind, okay? Do not try to control your mind. Instead, try to know your mind. Try to become familiar with your own mind. What does the mind do? What kind of thoughts it produces? And how often you encounter a particular thought pattern. You need to first be aware of this, be aware of those patterns, because initially just doing witnessing meditation, as I explained, is going to be very, very difficult. First, you have to create some kind of objectivity towards your mind, okay. If you're so serious, for example, with yourself, first of all, try to somehow see you and your mind is different, okay. The consciousness and the contents of the consciousness has to be differentiated, okay. Consciousness is there, just like a mirror, okay. Just like a mirror, there is consciousness, and the thoughts, the emotions, the sensations, everything that you get is like the content the consciousness holds. Just like the pictures that you see in the mirror, just like the images that you see in the mirror, there are stuff in your consciousness. You need to actually see yourself as the consciousness. You are the consciousness. You are the pure awareness. You're not your mind. You're not the thoughts. Whatever thoughts that come, okay, it is a very interesting experience, guys. Trust me. Have you ever done this? If you do not get a hold of this right now, do not worry, okay. The VVV2K12, fuck off. Do not worry about anything, okay. Especially don't worry about these useless guys who just and come and do nothing about their lives. So this discrimination between consciousness and the contents of your consciousness is called as viveka, okay. So I hope you understand this, because in the last 2 years, some people have requested me to do a guided meditation, especially when it comes to witnessing, okay. So witnessing is the key, okay. It is called a sakshi bhavana, right? You are the sakshi of everything, right? Yeah, he will be blocked, don't worry, okay. You read something, okay? uh, for example, somebody says you should not take anything serious. I will this guy, this useless piece of shit is telling me something. You said to take you seriously, but life is not serious. A giant. I already thought about this. I anticipated that somebody is going to comment on this because seriousness have two meanings. Do you know that? The word seriousness, if you understand English, it has two meanings. First, one meaning is not taking something as funny, something as a joke, taking it as a very serious way, as if it is going to threaten your life. If something is threatening your peace of mind, it is very, very serious, right? It is not a joke. So the seriousness, in that sense, becomes the opposite of the word joke. But there is another word for seriousness, which means you are committed to something. That also is seriousness, okay? Because all languages have words which have multiple meanings, okay? And do you know why I mentioned this? Because the idiots in Asia Foundation, okay, complete idiots in the complete what do you call slaves of Isha Foundation would say this exactly. If you mention anything like, like for example, like, can I seriously follow Jaggi Vasudev? Somebody will comment, okay, you should never be serious at all because Jaggi Vasudev said that you should never be serious. That is exactly what this is the problem with these guys, okay? What these guys think is, what these guys do is, they get some kind of idea about spirituality and they spoil their entire life in commenting. I will tell you something, Mr. Useless VVV2K12. Instead of commenting here, it will be better off if you just go ahead and do some kind of meditation. Even if you go to Isha Foundation, it is better than not doing anything. I'm telling you, okay. I am telling you, it is really better because at least you will get some kind of taste, okay, some kind of taste. But yeah, after that you will become crazy like the woman that I was talking about the last video. Then you will keep repeating what Jaggi Vasudev says, okay? So these useless creatures, you don't even have to worry about this, okay? I will block him, but it is an entertainment for me, right? Because I can keep up. This is an example of like, for example, if I have to give an example of somebody who is completely misled. He thinks that he is making some kind of fun of me, okay? He thinks that maybe he can insult me or something like that. But what he is doing is, he is not only wasting his time, he is what can I say, man? Okay, yeah. Learning quietly, okay. You're right, okay, because seriousness has two meanings, okay. But somehow this idiot has reminded me about that. That is how I will call it, okay. Useless piece of shit VV2K12, because the last time you started the video with a completely rude comment, okay. So these kind of useless piece of shit, they don't even, like, I don't even have to reply to them, but it is an example of how confused people can be, okay. I was about to say something, but I forgot it. Okay, let me. COTTAI, I'm not insulting you. See, this is not about insult, first of all. Okay, I don't know what you meant in the first word. I don't see it as an insult. I see it as a distraction. Okay, it is like we are doing something. I'm talking to somebody. So somebody who is it is like, for me, I don't take it as an insult. First of all, it is not that I become insulted and offended, and I'm worrying about it. Okay, it is the fact is, it is this. It is a concerning factor, okay. People think that they are smart when they do this, okay. It is like just how little children play with the school teachers, right? uh, School subject is important, right? I mean, I hate the education system, but I love the syllabus. There is a difference between two, right? Education system is different, but I have always loved the syllabus. I always liked the education itself. I didn't like the education system. I didn't like how teachers taught subjects to me. I didn't like the fact that teachers were only concerned about their salary. They did not care whether somebody understood a subject or not. In fact, it was very, very sick, okay? People who, fuck, no words, man. Whenever I think about the sickness of the society, it is like, what hope is there? How can we even change? Because it is very, very sad. Starting from the education system, where people ask you to just pointlessly do homeworks. See, max homework is fine. Okay, if you do a max homework, that is fine. You can justify because it is good, because it is helping you to learn max. But just copying something from your textbook and writing in your notebook doesn't help you with anything at all, right? But we were forced to do that when we were children. I cannot find significant progress in my witnessing meditation, sir. Any tips or knacks? Okay, where do you live, first of all? Because there are certain centers, okay? There are certain places where you can go to practice meditation. As long as they don't have a cult, you can go ahead and do that. Because there is a place in Tamil Nadu, it is in Kodaikanal, okay? Kodaikanal is a hill station in Tamil Nadu. In Kodaikanal, there is a Zen monastery. I don't have the name right now, but I have googled about it. Maybe I can let you know about it, okay? Because I wanted to do a review of the two, but I have never went there, okay? Personally, I have never went there, okay? I never went there at all. So but I think it will help you. So you need to, first of all, okay, if you're struggling with it, if you're trying to find a knack or tips, it is better to go ahead and do a group meditation with people, because that will be a great motivating factor for you to to do meditation. Doing meditation alone is very, very difficult. First, you have to do it alone. Second, there is no group energy, right? If everyone is doing meditation, the whole environment is different. I have observed it. I don't have a scientific explanation or anything like that, but I know that it works, okay, if you do it in groups. So find something like that. You can find it, but make sure you find anything, okay? It doesn't have to be, don't worry about who is organizing the meditation camp. Don't worry about the person who is doing it. The only thing that you make sure is do not become a victim of the cult, okay? Do not become a part of the cult, no matter where you go. And there are a lot of decent centers like this where they just let you meditate, okay? For example, I know, okay, so I have done a lot of research about this Kodaikanal center. Even though I never been there, I sent an email to them sometime, but it was a COVID time, so they were very, very careful about it. So that's why they didn't reply to me, okay, respond to me. Man, I think it's better to, because I see a lot of comments. See, I have a lot of time today, okay, because today is Saturday, right? So today I'm going to be free, right? So I don't worry, okay? Now I have to worry about my sleep time. But um, let me open this, because if I open this in my laptop, I can see your comments very easily, right? Okay, I'm just going through your comments right now, okay? The comments. Antonio Damasio. See, these days I don't read anything about spirituality. Do you know something? Because it doesn't help me at all. So I don't know about Antonio Damasio, but if there is anything interesting, you can let me know, okay? May I interject a question here, please, Sean? Sure, you can go ahead. But I believe you have already asked that question, because I'm just looking at the old comments, right? Give me a second. Oh, all these are the comments that I already saw. Committed was the word I was looking for. I don't think we should dismiss anyone as useless pieces of shit. Dash though, man. See, the thing is, yes, I know. I know what you're saying, but practically speaking, we have to say something, right? We can call someone as an idiot, for example. It might work. I mean, it might not be the right thing to do, but sometimes it may work. It has worked, right? So, when it comes to this guy, this guy is, I think this guy, I think I already know this guy because this guy has already, he is in a confusion. He thinks that he is smart, but it is not really true because I am 40 years old, okay? I've gone through a lot of things. I've gone through a lot of things. See, everybody has the same thought process, right? Because everybody is the same human being, right? He may think that he is smart. That is what he thinks actually. He thinks that he is smart because he said, I'm enjoying this. You enjoy this now. And later on, at some point of time, you will be in a confusion and then you don't have to come to me yet. I'm not saying that you will come to me, but you will have to go somewhere, okay, when you are in a trouble, okay? So now we can say, yeah, I'm enjoying this and things like that, okay? So this is not, there is some kind of, see, yes, it is true that we have to be less serious about life. We can have fun. It is not wrong, but at the same time, we have to follow some kind of standards, right? It doesn't mean that you can do anything, you can say anything, you can do anything that you want, right? So for example, what is the point of asking this question at all? Okay, I spoke about my plan to go to Iran. I spoke about the person who was suffering because the person who is a woman, fortunately or unfortunately, she is a woman, right? And she is suffering and she needs my company, my guidance, right? So what does it matter? Why should he bring up this topic at all, right? Why would somebody bring up suddenly asks, is she hot? I was like, why? Why should he even ask that question? So this is, we know, okay. See, I am also a human being like you. I have come across the same scenarios that you have come across, okay. Maybe I have even asked same kind of questions. I don't think we should. So yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not answering this stupid. I'm answering the guy whose name is Learning Quietly. The names are very, very different, but anyway, that's okay. Yeah, see, for me, I know. For me, one thing that I know is everybody is a human being, right? I know that everybody is, because somebody even tried to teach me forgiveness. I can forgive anybody, but practically we have to do certain things. This is where people have a confusion, okay? See, there is absolute reality, which is Paramathika Satya. But practical reality is completely different. I have talked about this many times before, but a lot of stupid idiots are there who do not get it, okay, who don't get it at all. They think that they are smart, and this is entertaining for me too, okay? Yeah, it will be. It will be. For now, it will be. I know. Okay, so that is not going to be a problem for me. So let us move on to the next question. I can't find any significant progress. Okay, I think I already answered this question, right? So yes, see, you will not find any significant progress because it is too early, right? I think I know your name. Premchand Nagari is a very, very familiar name. I think you have already sent a message to me in Quora. I think it was about 3 years before, right? It is only 3 years. Don't worry, okay? Keep, as long as you are in the path, you will figure it out. You are making progress, okay? You are saying that you cannot find significant progress, but that is your own judgment of your own mind. You are making progress. You just do not recognize the progress because if you do witnessing meditation, it can never ever go wrong, okay? If you're observing your mind, if you're observing your mind, non-judgmentally, okay, like you're actually if you're actually practicing witnessing meditation, whether you recognize the process or not, whether you recognize the progress or not, you are actually progressing. You just do not know. You just do not know it immediately. Don't worry. Witnessing meditation can never ever fail. It is my experience, okay? Keep doing it. But yes, it will take time. And it might sound very, very contradictory to even Ramana Maharshi would say, okay, it doesn't have to take time, you can enlighten immediately, but practically it doesn't work like that, okay? If it was true, then everybody who were near Ramana Maharshi would have been enlightened, right? So was Ramana Maharshi wrong? Well, it he was right because he was actually saying that it doesn't have to take time because you have to uncover it. In that sense, he was right, but still, it will take time. That is how it works, okay? That is how it happens to people, because all people who get awakened do not get awakened just because suddenly they hear something and they get awakened. You might hear such stories, but it happens because they were already practicing meditation for years and years, right? So please Google this guy, okay? I try to practice in my daily activities, sir. Walking, eating, driving. Good. That is really good, okay? Because when I first learned about witnessing meditation, okay, it was an eye opener for me. It was very, very blissful. I can remember this. It completely changed my life, and this happened in 2002. I'm not talking about my awakening, which happened in 2014, 12 years later. Okay, this is something which happened in 2003, not 2002. I think when I was in fifth semester in college. That is when it happened. Okay, so suddenly it was like a new door was opened for me. It is not, it is very, very obvious. There is nothing mystical, magical about it. It is not like the claims that all these stupid people are making, like Jaggi was there, for example. Okay, this is something that anybody can experience, anybody, and a lot of people have already gone through this, but they have gone through the initial process. Okay, they have figured it out. They at least know what people are talking about. So let me see other questions, guys. See, you can shoot all the questions that you want, okay? And I will go ahead and answer your questions. And don't think that you can fool me. I can very easily identify your intentions because, as I said, it is not even because I'm enlightened, because I'm actually older than you, right? I have come across all these things, okay? So don't think that you can fool me, okay? I know who I am talking. The useless piece of shit who is still commenting, who is still not leaving. I am not going to respect you any longer. Okay, don't think that this will not be entertaining any longer to you. I guess that's true. It's practical sometimes. VVVV2K12. Can we make a WhatsApp group? Why? We can make a WhatsApp group with anybody else, any piece of shit that you can find. Not here, okay? Go ahead and get lost, man. Learning quietly. I am in confusion. I don't think I am smart at all. Yeah, it was inappropriate, of course. Okay, learning quietly. I really didn't talk about you actually. I was talking about this useless piece of moron who's commenting, who's. I was completely disgusted about his comments yesterday. Okay, this guy has a problem. It is very, very clear. Okay, it is very, very, very clear. Premchand Nagari, oh sorry, you remember me, kudos to your memory. I remember you very, very, very well. I'm waiting because I don't see any more questions, right? I don't have anything to talk right now immediately. But I have a lot of time, okay? So don't worry. You can ask me your questions. That is not a problem. I'm here to help you. You're right. But I have some headache, man. 1 minute. Okay. When I'm absolutely ready to answer your questions, there are no questions at all, man. Why? Sir, I meet some. Oh yeah, now there is some question. Okay, I meet someone who is into an organization similar to ISKCON and Isha Foundation. What do you think about people in these organizations and how should we be with them? Okay. Well, okay. Um, when you compare Isha Foundation and ISKCON, ISKCON is okay. ISKCON is okay. I wouldn't say that ISKCON's interpretation of Gita is completely accurate. I don't agree with it. For me, I have a different version. I have both. Okay, I have ISKCON's version of Bhagavad Gita, for example. I also have the version of Bhagavad Gita which was published by Ramakrishna Mission here in South India. Okay, it is specific to South India. It is much more better than ISKCON's version because ISKCON's version only focuses on Bhakti Yoga. That's it. Bhakti is the only focus. But Bhakti is not the only thing that Gita talks about, right? Gita talks about jnana, bhakti, karma, everything. Gita is the wonderful book. At least in my experience, it is a wonderful book, right? So, Isha Foundation, stay away at any cost. But ISKCON, you can go. You can go. You can. It is completely harmless, man. ISKCON, it is not like ISKCON is open to everyone, right? It is. Yes, I have gone to ISKCON temples. I have gone to. I've bought books, but the only problem is ISKCON only focuses on bhakti. That's it. Bhakti yoga is the only focus of ISKCON. But I would say, okay, maybe you can go to ISKCON. It will help you. Okay, it will help you. It is not a cult. I don't feel that it is a cult, even though many people think so. Don't involve too much into it. That is something that I can tell you. Okay, don't get attached to any kind of specific organization because in today's world, people have complicated personalities. You have everything, right? So you have to explore your options. Do not get identified yourself with any organization, but if it is Isha Foundation, stay away from it at all costs. Because before I used to tell people, okay, yeah, there is nothing wrong in going to Isha Foundation as long as you are aware of the risks. You can go ahead and because meditation is good. Okay, they do teach. For example, if you go to Isha Foundation, if you attend a course, the meditation will certainly help you. But the problem is the indoctrination is very, very dangerous, completely dangerous. People are getting killed in Isha Foundation, guys. It is very serious these days. And the government of Tamil Nadu has now ordered to take very serious action against this foundation. A girl was killed, okay? She was even seen running away from the program, okay? She attended a program in Isha Foundation. With the uniform, she was running. Her name is Subhashri, okay? Subhashri. And CCTV camera footages show that she was running with the uniform. With the uniform. Her husband didn't know where she went. Nobody knew, okay, what happened to her. And there was no way that she committed suicide, even though her body was discovered in a well, okay, which was in a remote area, which is nowhere related to her own native place. It looks like a murder. And this has happened again and again, Isha Foundation. It is a very, very dangerous place. See, this warning I have already got from even people who left Isha, who are in touch with me. I spoke about it, I think, just yesterday. Even though I don't like what they do, I mean, I don't approve I don't think what they do is right, but still, these people said, who came from Isha, said that it is a very dangerous people. It is a very dangerous place. People even asked me to stay away from it. Don't go there because they may kill me because I have criticized Isha Foundation a lot, right? So my life is in danger actually because Jaggi Vasudev is mad at me for whatever I have exposed, okay? I've exposed him completely. So any intelligent person will now know that this guy is copying Osho in the first place. And I'm not saying that he never went through any kind of spiritual experience. He does have some taste of spirituality, and that is the problem. You can be half baked, but when you're half baked, you will be very very dangerous to the humanity. Okay, you have to be fully baked, not half baked. Okay, so you mentioned going to the park. I do this, but when I am there, there is a conflict between observing the nature and observing my thought. Should I just try to do both or not worry about it? Okay, that's a good question, but observe the conflict itself, because this is also a process, right? See, being a witness means being a witness to everything. Okay, so suddenly you get conflict. First of all, I would say it is not really that complicated. Okay, you just allow whatever comes. Okay, even if it is conflict, don't struggle with your mind. Okay, completely relax. There is no need to be in conflict at all. Okay, it is very simple actually, but it will take some time. Okay, you don't have to be in conflict, but it is okay. Initially it will be that, it will be like that. I understand your point. I get your point, whether I should observe my thoughts or whether I should observe my nature. Okay, try this. Okay, first, okay, in order to get yourself into witnessing meditation, try to observe the nature, try to observe what is going on in front of you, and after that focus on your thoughts. Because when you observe the nature, okay, when you observe the present moment, the sounds, the visuals, and all the sense perceptions, that will somehow kickstart the process, that will help you. Then also witness everything, like, it can be done in a very relaxed way. Actually, if you really understand it, there should never be a conflict at all, because even the conflict can be it is an object, it is not the subject, right? Consciousness is the subject. Okay, anything that appears in the consciousness, including the conflict, including any kind of struggle that you go through, can be witnessed. Can you witness the conflict or not? You say that there is a conflict between observing nature and observing my thoughts. Do you witness the conflict? Do you get identified with the conflict or do you witness it? That is the question. That is very important. Do you understand this? So yes, the process is actually very simple, very very simple. It is the most simplest thing, and that is exactly why it is difficult, because we are good at doing difficult stuff. Okay, but we are not really good at doing simple stuff. Okay, things which are very very simple are very very difficult to do. How can I practice surrender in this target oriented world? Or should I do whatever is possible and surrender to the results? Yeah, that is exactly what is Karma Yoga, right? You do your duty, okay, whatever that is possible, and surrender to the outcome. Okay, don't think about the outcome. First, you practice this, okay? Because from my observation, first I think, okay, Premchand Nagari, how old are you? Let me ask you this question, okay? I don't want to assume, but I believe that you are very, very young, maybe 22 or 23 or something like that. I just to let me know, okay? I'm asking you a question. You have to respond, because you are the one who is asking this question, right? How can I practice surrender in this target? Okay. Okay, but let me. In the meanwhile, I will keep your question in my mind. Okay. So, what do you think of Radha Swami Satsang Bees? I have heard about it, but I don't know much about it. Okay, I've heard this name. I think it is also there in my place. Their teachings seem fine, but I am always concerned about the cultish dodgy nature of these places. Okay, if you're concerned about this, you already said that you're concerned about this, right? If you're concerned about this, I don't have to explore it. Okay, you said that you're concerned about it, right? If you're concerned about it, just practice them. Whatever you like, just practice it. Okay, don't get involved into these organizations when it appears to be cultish. Okay, don't get too much into it. Don't invest too much of your time, energy, and resources into it. Instead, okay, you might get good things from anywhere, including Isha Foundation. Even if you go to Isha Foundation, it is not that it is completely bad, but obviously, it is a very dangerous place. So I wouldn't recommend that, but I'm just telling you, okay, even if you go to Isha Foundation, for example, honestly speaking, for me, I went to Baba Spandana program in Isha Foundation because of my own, like I was already practicing some meditation techniques, right? So it was very, very complimentary for me because I was already practicing witnessing meditation those days, and I attended Bhava Spandana program in Isha Foundation 3 days. So I enjoyed it. It was good. It was very, very pleasant experience. Even when I think about it now, the memories were sweet. I have to admit it. See, the place is designed properly. Okay, Isha Foundation. If there is no indoctrination, okay, I don't mind people going there because the place is wonderful. And the design again, this dome, the Dhyanalinga dome. Okay, I will tell you one thing. Okay, the Dhyanalinga dome. Okay, was constructed by people who are in. Do you know Auroville? Auroville is in Pondicherry. Auroville is a place in Pondicherry. In Pondicherry, there is a place called Auroville where it is like an ashram. Okay, it was set up by Swami Aravindo. Okay, and it is a place where a lot of people from different nationalities live together, and people from Auroville designed Isha Yogas, Dhyanalinga. Okay, but this guy, this culprit, what he did, he completely this guy is a complete moron, this is a complete fraud. Okay, Jaggi was there. He completely did not disclose it at all. Okay, he wrote like, Brahmacharis of Isha Foundation designed the Isha Yoga's dome. Okay, it was designed by people in Oracle. That is the truth. And when people began to question it, okay, because people came to know about it because it was true, and then they changed it. So these people are very, 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 it is a dirty place, I'm telling you, okay. It is a complete bullshit. They are making money. This guy is Jaggi was a complete idiot. Now, in fact, he is not idiot. I would say that he is smart. I mean, because he knows how to make money out of you. You are the idiots, okay. If you're going there, you are an idiot. Because it is very, very clear, okay. This guy doesn't know anything, okay. Especially this Nirvana Shatkam or Atma Shatkam, okay. I'll tell you this. When I was learning Sanskrit, in a very interesting way. I liked it very much, and I was once I got to know some basic Sanskrit, I was trying to decode a lot of things like Sanskrit scriptures, basic slokas, stories in Sanskrit, and things like that. And I also came across this Nirvana Shatkam, but I looked at the Isha Foundation website. They had the lyrics, right? And I was going through each and every line. There was one line, okay. Madonaiva Mainaiva Matsarya Bhava. That is how it is supposed to be. They sang it in a totally different way. Namo Vaima Deva Naiva Ma. Something, it doesn't even make any sense. And I was thinking about this line. What does this mean? Okay. So far, I could understand everything. I know Sanskrit, basic Sanskrit. It makes sense. Okay, this is a subject, this is object, this is verb, and things like that. I can understand everything. I can, even if there is a difficult word, I can look up in the dictionary. There is no problem. But this is one line. This line doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, because it is supposed to be like Madho Naiva Me Naiva Matsarya Bhava. Because I am not mother, I am not Matsarya Bhava. But they sang something like Namo Vai Mane. It is like complete. They messed it up completely. And I thought that it is my lack of understanding of Sanskrit. Okay, this seems to be a very, very complicated line. I need to understand this. I can't understand this. And finally, when I came to know that this idiot has, it is disgusting, man. They have created a whole song based on this. Okay, they didn't even take it very seriously. Again, don't come and say don't be serious. Okay, seriously means dedication, commitment. I'm not talking about being serious like this. I'm talking about dedication, commitment. Okay, so because these morons in Isha Foundation, they will say anything. My God, my experience with these idiots is disgusting, man. Let us not talk about this anymore. Okay, let's go to the next question. Sorry, guys. So, especially when I am surrounded by all these life coaches, motivational speakers, and self coaches, please clarify. Okay, I have to. I have to connect your previous. I think I already mentioned, already replied. Okay, let me know. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. I think I already answered your question, right? Premchand Nagari. What is your thoughts on Stalin's Sanatana Dharma comment? Okay, it is not Stalin who made the comment. It is Udayanidhi, Stalin's son. Okay, the problem is, you see, the thing is, first of all, you need to understand one thing. Okay, every person has assigned different meaning to the same word. What is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana means permanent. Dharma means way of life. What is the permanent way of life? For example, if you are born as a human being, you have to eat, you have to reproduce, you have to sleep, you have to do everything that you have to do as a human being, right? That is also a part of Dharma. Dharma is called as Rita in Rig Veda, okay? So I'm not against the word Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is a very beautiful word. But when Udayanidhi Stalin said something, he was talking about he was mainly talking about what do you call it? The injustice that happens. Like, I am superior and you are inferior. That is bullshit, right? Everyone, I mean, I would agree, okay? Just because you are born in a certain caste, I don't have to bow down to you. In fact, it is, he was right. I mean, I don't, I don't really like, I don't really, I support Udayanidhi Stalin for what he said. I know what he meant, okay? I know what he really meant. And I have no objections with what he said, okay? He was right when he said that we should destroy what do you call? Man, I'm not really very fluent in English. We should destroy this ups and downs, right? If you think that you are superior, I'm inferior, all these things, and especially, what is happening these days in India is very terrible, man. I'm telling you. So we need people like Udayanidhi Stalin and many other people, because otherwise these idiots from BJP will destroy the country. I'm telling you, BJP is a country. BJP is a party. No matter what you think, okay. I don't know what you think. I don't know how much of you. I don't know how much of you support this, okay. But BJP is a party. It is a dangerous party to the humanity, okay. It doesn't deserve the recognition that it has. We are foolish enough to vote for that party, to make uh, a party's person as a prime minister, but it is very wrong, because these people are idiots. I have observed them. I have observed the comments that they are making. They are complete idiots, okay. Why are you electing idiots? Please elect intelligent people. So yes, my meaning of Sanatana Dharma is different. I like the word Sanatana Dharma in particular, but it is just the word, right? I like the word. I know what it means, but I know what Udayanidhi Stalin was saying, and I agree and I support what he said, because because of the stupidity which is happening right now. Okay, so has he personally contacted you, Sean? Who? See, you need to first understand one thing, okay. I'm reading the comments one by one, right? So if I need to make some sense of the comment, I have to look at your previous comment, what learning quietly said before, okay. Because, okay, let me come to it. Maybe I will get some clarity later, okay. I think I had lost sight of the object subject discrimination. Yes, I understand. Okay, Premchand Nagari. I'm 36. Okay, I didn't know you were 36. I thought that you were a little younger than that, man. What are your thoughts on Yogi Adityanath? He is an idiot. That's it, right? Any more questions? What are your thoughts? Man, don't, like, I don't know. Like, is there anybody? I just want to ask you a question, guys. Okay, anybody here? Okay, who is a supporter of BJP? Let me know. And tell me why you support BJP. If you tell me that I am BJP is the party that I am voting, that I always vote for, tell me why. Okay, Jaggi Vasudev. It was when you were talking about Isha. Okay, so are you asking if Jaggi Vasudev has personally contacted me? No, he hasn't personally contacted me. But do you know one thing? I'll tell you one thing. Okay, Jaggi Vasudev knows me very well. Not only he knows me, he knows about my book. In fact, there was a video. Okay, you can watch the video. It was there in Hyderabad. It happened in Hyderabad. Okay, actress Samantha was talking to Jaggi Vasudev, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" Because they are talking about my book. Everything in that meeting is about my book. You can look it up. You can watch that video. He knows about me. Even actress Samantha, I guess she knows about me too. Okay. So, but I don't know why. I mean, she's still going there. Because I thought, okay, based on that, I happened to watch it. Okay, it was during this. What he does a lot of things, right? Kaveri calling, rally for rivers, and the last thing was save soil movement, right? Save soil movement, and nothing has been done so far. Okay, everything is just a publicity stunt. Okay, what happened with Kaveri calling? What happened with rally for rivers, and now save the soil, and everything is just gone, right? Now what else? What is he doing? He's doing bullshit, man. If you think Jaggi was there with somebody who's a spiritual leader who's going to save the world, you are an absolute idiot. I'm telling you. First of all, I was an idiot myself. I was trusting him too. So don't take him seriously, okay? So which video, please? I told you, right? See, look it up. Okay, Save the Soil Movement, Hyderabad. It happened in 2022. I don't have the link, okay, but it was an interview. You can look it up, okay. Jaggi was Save Samantha, Save the Soil Movement. If you search it, he is talking about my book. I'm pretty sure even Samantha is talking about. See, if you know about my Discovering God book, not the first one, not the truth about spiritual enlightenment, okay. Discovering God is the second book, and a lot of people did not read it because they thought, okay, it is about God, I don't need it. But it is not like that, okay. God is just another name for spirituality, right? So I just wrote that book because there are a lot of confusions about this religions, right? So when I watched that video, I actually thought that maybe Samantha already read my book, and she is trying to support. That is how that is how I felt like, because I have one more reason for it, but I don't want to disclose about it, okay. One more reason for it too. I don't know, but she knows me. I'm pretty sure about it, because that interview was about my book. Because everything that he spoke, okay, it was in some way related to my book. Samantha asked her a question, okay, asked him a question, what do you think about all these religious conflicts and things like that? Yeah, you can look for it. I feel that it is so, okay. I feel that Jaggi was there, knows me already, and that interview, that talk was entirely about my book. I know it for sure, okay. So let's move on to the next question. Are you concerned for your life after challenging such corrupt people? I don't understand your question. Are you concerned for your life? What do you mean by that? See, I don't have a fear actually, like, for my life. If, and I think if I have some kind of fear, it will be good, because I'm spoiling my health. Okay, I don't know. Like, I may die tomorrow. I may die. Seriously, I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm being very serious, because my health is not really in good condition. Because personally, I don't have an inclination for my own body, right? It is not that I'm not identified with my body. I don't feel like I am inside my body. This is my personal experience. So it is very easy for me to neglect my body. But I can't explain to other people and say, yeah, if no, I don't have any kind of support, if I don't live with my parents, if I don't have a home, I will destroy my body because I'm awakened. Nobody will understand this, right? What can I do? So at this point of time, I really don't know how long I will live. For next 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, I don't know. If something happens, which can, I already addressed, okay, I asked for donations because I have to check my health in the first place, okay. If I want to live more, okay, I have to do something about my health. I want to do some tests. I want to, at least I want to have some kind of money, okay, which will make me comfortable. Like for example, if I don't have to worry about my expenses for the next 4 months, for example, for the next 4 or 5 months or next 1 year, it'll be very very easy, right? I can focus on other things. Maybe I will take my time to go to the doctor, take my time to do some lung test, some kind of test, because now I know, I feel in my body that I am not healthy. I am not healthy at all. I spoke about this and I requested for donations, but unfortunately I have not received anything. So please, if you can donate, I'll be very very happy. It will take a lot of load off my shoulders, okay? BJP is not the best but better than the rest, isn't it, sir? This is the problem, okay? This is the problem, okay? Even if it is the true, okay, I don't know if it is better than the rest or not, okay? Your question, okay, you said that BJP is not the best but it is better than the rest. This is the problem, okay? See, if it is true, let us say that BJP is the only party which is better and no other party is capable, and because of this, if you support BJP, what will they do? They will think, okay, people are supporting BJP, so they will continue to force their agenda, okay? So what we need to do is we need to come up with a change. See, just because you hate one party doesn't mean that you should love unconditionally the other party. Like, I will support. I hate Congress, so I will support BJP. What is this? It is nonsense, right? So if you don't, I mean, I'm first of all, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with what you said. I'm not saying that BJP is better than the rest. I don't know, because I'm not really that good in politics. But based on my observation, BJP is very very corrupt. I won't. It is not even like matter of consideration for me. I wouldn't even think that BJP is better than the rest. It is the worst party ever that I have seen. Okay, no common sense. Nobody knows anything. Blabbering. The only concern about them is religion. They are always concerned about the one thing. Okay, there are lots and lots of other things to worry about in the nation, right? Lots and lots of things. I am surprised about Chandrayaan mission, how it happened in BJP's rule, because BJP will not sponsor anything in science. When it comes to science and technology, these are idiots, okay? I'm telling you, BJP party is a party full of idiots. Nobody knows anything. You know better. I'm telling you. You know better than Narendra Modi. Will you believe it? I am telling you, most of you who are watching this video is better than the guy who is the prime minister of this country. He doesn't know anything, and he is ruling a country, and this is shame. Okay, any other questions, guys? Because if you don't have any questions, I will wind up. Oh, it's long time, but I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind. But if you don't mind, I'm just going to do one thing. Okay, I don't want to say, I don't know if I should do that or not, but I feel like I should smoke, because I'm a smoker. Do you know that? But I should stop it, man. I didn't smoke for 2 years, but then a lot of things happened. So yeah, shoot your questions. Okay, I'm here. Okay, but the only thing that I need to keep going is this, man. Sorry about this. Okay, any more questions, guys? I'll suggest one thing, okay? People who are struggling about this witnessing, The Power of Now is a good book. Okay, again, I don't know anything about Eckhart Tolle's own accomplishment. I don't know, but I don't have any complaints as well, okay, either. So it is fine. I mean, I don't watch his videos anymore, so I don't have anything to comment on the videos these days. But still, when it comes to the best, one of the best books about spirituality, The Power of Now is actually good. Maybe you can read it. You can take your time to read it, because it is very very clear. Maybe he came up with all these passages in Power of Now when he was completely in some kind of samadhi or something like that. One with the existence. Could you tell us when the next live will be? I really don't know, man. See, I don't. That's the only problem. Okay, when it comes to future, okay, it is like I'm handicapped. I told you about it in the last video, right? When it comes to thinking about future, and many people would tell me a lot of things. You should do this. You should do that. Like for example, one guy told me that you should focus on getting your brain scanned. What happened when you said that you will do PhD in psychology? All this is fine. I want to do all these things, but they don't know about the challenges that awakening brings. Okay, and still I am still requesting. I'm in need of money. Okay, I'm in need of money. At least $100. If I get $100 from one person, it would be good, because see, this 25,000 salary that I'm getting, it is not enough for me at all. Okay, it is not enough for me. When I 1 year before, okay, I didn't really need much money because I was eating my food with my parents. My mom was cooking, and I was staying in the home. I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't have any money. And I used to give mom some money because one guy was donating like 5,000 rupees every month. So it was good. But suddenly he said, I know I can't donate you anymore. Now what can I do? So those days I was actually making a lot of progress when it comes to health and everything. And I was, because when I don't have any distractions, okay, any financial distractions, and I don't have any other problems to take care of, for example, rent and everything, because financial distractions are financial distractions, right? I have to meet them. So it was very, very difficult. So yeah, again, it is a request. If you can make any donation, it will be very, very helpful. Okay, see, I hate to ask people who have been already donating me. Okay, they have already helped me so far. They have done very good help, but there are only a handful of people. How can I ask them again and again? And each and every single person who have donated me so far, they did not donate me just once. Okay, yes, except some people. A lot of people that I know donated me again and again and again. How can I just go and ask them? Okay, sometimes I do ask them. I send email. I am short of money. Can you donate? And they help. Okay, but at some point of time they say I can't help you anymore because I have some other commitments, and it is completely understandable. Okay, I don't mind. I mean, I respect it. I have a lot of gratitude to those people. Okay, because without your help, it would have been very, very difficult. So I am looking for some new people. Okay, new people who can sponsor me, right? At least for the next few months, if you can, somebody is giving me some kind, like 4,000, 3,000, something like that every month, right? Um, Sir, do you still do your paid spiritual consultations? Yes, of course, but it is just not everybody. I mean, it is. I don't get people every now and then. Okay, when I launched it, for some reason, I got a lot of people, but now I don't. I don't know. Maybe because my YouTube video is not. I mean, I used to have a lot of videos before, and most of them were deleted, right? So, but yeah, the spiritual consultation is still available. In fact, one person paid me for a spiritual consultation, but he never turned up. I don't know why. And I mean, I don't know what is the problem, because he paid me, and I told him, okay, maybe I'll be free on Sunday. We can talk on Sunday, but he never. It was just 2 months before, okay. But then before 2 years, 1.5 years, it was like a golden time for me, guys. Okay, those days it was. I really it was much more easier for me to do stuff. Okay, but now it is like I already told you, right? It is like I'm only surviving for work. I have to go to job. It is like there is no point. Okay, going to job only to survive, only to eat my food. What is the point if I can't do anything else with my life? That is the problem. Okay, that is the reason why I thought that going to Iran is a good idea. But again, there are a lot of issues now. Her parents, I spoke about it in the last video, but her parents is not cooperating. Her parents are saying that they don't want a stranger in their house, so it is difficult. Okay, so finally speak something about reincarnation, because you are so cool about the death of yours, which means you will come again. um, Reincarnation. See, I don't know. First of all, in my own experience, I don't have any memories of my past life. I have made it in my book very clear. Until now, I don't know. But I have come across a person, I think I've talked about it. There is one person, but there's a lot of misunderstanding. Okay, nobody understood this perfectly. You know, when people make judgments, okay, without knowing the whole story, it is very, very sad. I have observed a lot of things like that, especially with this kind of relationship, where I recognized one person, okay, one person, and there is a very strong sense that I know this person before. Okay, I know this person before. I know she is a woman, she is a girl. Obviously, a lot of people know who I am talking about. Okay, so she was. I know that she has lived with me before. I know that we have lived before. I know that we know each other even before our lives. It is very, very, very strong feeling. But that is the only thing that I know. Okay. So other than that, I can talk about things that I have read in books, but you can do it yourself, right? A lot of books about reincarnation. What is the use of saying something which I have read in some book? I will. I usually only talk about things which I have experienced myself. Okay. So even though I don't have any memories of past life, I have a feeling that I know a person very, very well. Okay, very, very well, and that caused a lot of misunderstanding. Oh my God! Even 2 days before, somebody commented, some idiot. Okay, I always get a lot of idiots commenting about it. Sometimes it doesn't even make sense. Like for example, if you go to my community tab in YouTube, okay, I shared a post where somebody is actually making somebody is going to do a concert. Okay, it is an announcement. I'm sharing the announcement because she is doing a concert which is going to help like underprivileged children who are going through some difficulties, who need some help. So the money that she gets from the concert is going to that children. Okay, so it is going to social service, and I'm sharing it with love, lot of affection. Somebody is commenting, leave her alone because they already blocked you. So he is a complete idiot, right? The comment is not even relevant to the content because I'm sharing somebody's performance who is going to perform for the society. I'm sharing it so that people will get to know. If people have time, they will go and watch it. It is a contribution. I couldn't donate, I couldn't sponsor, but at least I couldn't attend the event, but at least I can share it. Yes, you got it. I can share it so that people would know, right? But somebody is commenting, stop disturbing her. Sharing somebody's concept so that you can attend the program and help the underprivileged children is a disturbance. This is how people are so confused. Okay, because in today's world, people, most of the people are living in confusion, jealousy. The only thing that they can do, because they don't have any success in their own life, right? In my life, I have gone through a lot of successes. Okay, for example, when I published my book, it was success. When I got a lot of subscribers for my YouTube video, it was a success. Okay, because these were my dreams and they became a reality. Now I have published my poems and it is a success, right? So I'm a successful human being. I'm not looking for anything much. I'm not looking for a billionaire. I'm just looking for a comfortable life where I just love to do what I want, and except the financial issues. Okay, I don't have any complaints about my life. Anything, nothing. It is okay, and I am able to perform well. And it is not about my happiness. My presence in the world is serving people. It is helping people continuously, and that is something that people don't understand. Okay, first of all, let me talk much about this donation, the concept of donation. Why do you even have to donate to somebody, right? Because you're giving money, right? So what is the meaning of the donation? If somebody is awakened, okay, whether he is making videos or not, because a lot of people said there were people who are donating, for example, suddenly they stopped donating, saying that you're not making any videos anymore in the YouTube, so I'm not going to donate. It is not that you are paying a salary for me, right? Donation is like, I have discovered something in my life. So no matter what happens in my life, it is still going to be an observation, right? I will observe. just like I have done before. Okay, I have taken a lot of breaks even before too. For 3 or 4 months, sometimes I wouldn't write any articles at all. But people don't know me then much because I didn't really do a lot of YouTube videos. Only after I started making YouTube videos, many people came to know about me personally. But when I was making blog posts, it's not that I was making blog posts regularly. Okay, nobody can do that. Sometimes you go ahead and observe, because for me, okay, whatever happens to me will be a contribution for the society, because it is happening to an awakened person. So I am observing what happens after a person is awakened, right? I'm sorry again, it is like, this has become a, I can stop it, but it needs some kind of, like, it needs some work to stop the smoking. Okay, because right now I enjoy it actually. That's why I don't smoke. I don't stop it, because obviously it does something in the brain anyway, right? But at the same time, it is harmful. What to do? I have to take care of my health, man, and I have to check my lungs too. I think my lungs are bad. I have shortness of breath and a lot of problems. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that it is. It is a bit urgent. I need some help. It is not that I have a particular, like, it is not that I, first of all, I will run out of money very soon for this month. Okay, so at least if I get $50, it will be a lot of help. I requested money from some people, but I didn't get any response this month for some reason. Second, in the long term, over the long term, if I have money, if I have a lot of money, for example, if you don't have to worry about money for the next 5 months, that will that will help me to make some decisions freely. Okay, because I don't have to worry about money, right? Because money is the only problem for me when it comes to making decisions for anything. Okay, even if I want to buy any kind of premium service for my blog or my website or my YouTube channel, which can be helpful to you, I need money. And I need money for everything, right? If I want to shift my room, if I want to upgrade my hardware, if I want to, like, for example, like, I was, even the phone. Okay, if I want to get better clarity, the last video that I made, you couldn't even see me, right? When I watched my video again, I noticed that I couldn't see myself. Okay, guys, I'm just waiting for your questions, because I have time. So if you want to ask any questions, I can help you. If you don't take responsibility and take care of yourself, stop smoking. Why should people donate for the medical help? You are actually understanding the things the other way around. Only if I get medical help, only if I get some donation, I can. Because now it is like I am going to work every day, right? See, today is weekend, okay, and today somehow I found some time to talk to you, okay. For a long time, I decided to do it, but yes, I will stop smoking, but you need to understand, only if I get money I can do it. I can do a lot of things, right? I mean, see, I need to have some kind of amount, like significant amount of money, to do all the tests. And stopping smoking doesn't need money, I know that. Okay, it doesn't need money, but you don't understand this. I mean, unless you are a smoker, you don't understand this, I think. You can't just stop smoking right away, right? It is an addiction. First of all, addiction is a disease. Do you know this? See, I can admit this. There is a biological addiction, okay? Because biologically nicotine is addictive. Okay? Not only nicotine, there are a lot of chemicals which can make you addictive. So in order to actually go ahead, and in order to come out of addiction, you need money. You need money because that you need some kind of support actually. Like, for example, there are a lot of things that you can do. Like, there are a lot of patches available for nicotine. You have to do all these things, but first you have to be very, very comfortable, because smoking relieves tension. Okay, when you are too much stressed, you obviously find smoking to be a very, very easy solution. Smokers know this, right? Oh my God, I don't have time. I don't. You're going to a lot of details, man. What government hospitals been, like what will happen if you go to government hospital? Do you know what is the meaning of the word stress? What are you stressed about? Do you know the meaning of the word stress? What is stress? Tell me. Tell me the meaning of the word stress. Waiting for an answer, guys. Tell me the meaning of the word stress first, and then I'll tell you what. It is not that I'm stressed about something. Stress is, no, it is not mental conflict. It is not disturbance. Stress is overload, okay? You can only handle this much, right? For example, if you can only work for 8 hours, if you're made to work for 12 hours, that is stress. Stress is overloading yourself. It is it is not mental I don't have any mental conflict at all. Disturbance can mean anything, right? People can't disturb me. If I'm alone, there is nothing that disturbs me, right? Except the biological stuff like hunger and things like that. Okay, let us move away from the smoking, guys, because I have quit smoking. I have started smoking. It is like, obviously it creates something in the brain, right? I'm like, a lot of people who have smoked know this, but at the same time, we know that smoking is injurious to health and lungs. And I like to quit smoking, but I need, again, only people who've gone through addiction knows this. Okay, yes, it is physical stress, obviously. Okay, physical stress will, and you need to understand that physical stress will affect mind too, because mind and body are connected, right? You can't really separate them. You can't. Okay, I'm just waiting for any other questions that you have, man, because I have time and I like the interaction because I feel like I'm interacting with the community. Mind is not disturbed, but it is affected. Like, I don't know what exactly do you want to know. Like, why are you asking these questions? Tell me. Because mind and body is always connected. Addiction is addiction, right? So when I say affected, it is, no, the mind is not affected. Okay, the mind is not affected, but I'm telling you, mind and body is டோட்டலாக 5 பேர் தான் பார்த்துட்ருக்கோம். So what? That's okay, completely okay. So what? I'm not Michael Jackson to have millions of followers, right? And I'm not doing any kind of concert or entertainment, right? I'm just answering questions. This is a spiritual YouTube channel, so there will be less number of people. So it does, you know, when it comes to spirituality, numbers do not have any meaning at all. You think that Jaggi Vasudev has millions of followers. You can compare Jaggi Vasudev with me. Obviously, he has millions of idiotic followers who will follow him for a lot of reasons. And then there are a lot of other things as well going on because he has a lot of money, right? Money speaks much more than words these days, right? This guy thinks that it is a joke. Fine. You said mentally no problem, but saying physical affects the mind. So, what is it? You need to clarify your question, guys, okay? You need to be much more clear. I don't know how all these guys are coming, are you creating fake IDs or same person creating fake IDs or what? Just because you put the smileys like laughing, it doesn't mean that you are insulting me, okay? Man, oh my God, it's so funny, man. I don't have any problem whether 6 people watch it or 2 people watch it, okay? People will still watch it anyway, right? Okay, any more question, guys? How can, okay, your question is not very clear. Okay, sir, how can beyond mind? Please rephrase your question. No need to be rude, guys. He is trying to help us with pure intentions. Thank you. How is the physical stress affecting your mind? Okay, when it comes to mind, we're talking about, like, focus, for example. Focus, like, there are a lot of things, mind. First of all, everything needs to be defined. Okay, what do you mean by the word mind? And in Indian tradition, we have different words. Like, for example, there is chitta, there is buddhi, there is ahankara, and there is manas. These are four different things. But in English, we have only one word, which is mind. Okay. So let us first of all talk about these four things. Okay, because I think this is a very good topic. Okay, chitta, buddhi, manas, and ahankara. Ahankara is ego. This is ahankara means ahankara is the feeling, okay, that makes you to feel that you are separate from the existence, okay, and you are the doer of your actions. In reality, if I raise my hands, it is the nature which is doing it. Nature is outside and nature is inside too. It is also the case with you too, okay. Nature is breathing, nature is walking, nature is laughing, nature is commenting, nature is doing everything. Even if you kill somebody, it is nature which is doing it. That is the truth. But you have the feeling that you are the one who is doing it. You are the karta, right? That is ahankara. Because since you are asking this question, okay, how does it affect your mind? First, the word mind has to be defined, and mind is an English word. Let me first uh, let me first talk about it one by one. First, we are talking about ahankara. Ahankara is ahankara literally means the feeling that you are the doer of your action. You are the karta of the actions. And in Bhagavad Gita, there is a sloka. It is a favorite sloka. Please don't get bored because I'm talking about a sloka in Bhagavad Gita, but it is one of the favorite slokas. It is most beautiful slokas ever in Bhagavad Gita, and I think that it has to be written everywhere. Like, like we write a lot of quotes in buses, just like that. We have to actually write this down, okay? Because it is a very very important sloka in Bhagavad Gita. The sloka goes like this. प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते. प्रकृतेः means प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणानि means the actions are done by prakritis three gunas, okay. Gunani, प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणाहि कर्माणि सर्वशः, but all the actions are done by the three gunas of prakriti, which is rajas, tamas, and sattva. But ahankara vimudatma, the mind which is fooled by ahankara, thinks that karta aham iti manyate. Karta aham. Aham means I, okay. Aham karta iti means this. Manyate means it is thinking, okay. Karta aham iti manyate means the mind which is fooled by ahankara thinks that it is the doer of the actions. So this is ahankara. Second, chitta is everything that is recorded. Everything that is recorded, right? Everything that is recorded in your mind. Manas is your likes and dislikes, what you like and what you dislike. Intellect is the function which is like it, which is closely related to the intelligence as well. It helps you to discriminate between good and bad, between what you should do, what you should not do. It helps you to discriminate between everything, decision making. For example, when you suddenly wake up, you wonder, okay, is this day or night? Is this evening or morning? It is ahankara which gives you the answer, right? And not ahankara, I'm sorry. It is intellect, buddhi, I'm sorry. Buddhi, I'm talking about buddhi. Buddhi is the one. Did I say ahankara before? I'm sorry if I said that. Ahankara is ego, manas is your likes and dislikes, chitta is your memory, and intellect is your discrimination. If you are smoking, for example, suddenly if you stop smoking, do you know what it will affect? First, it will affect the intellect, your decision making, because It is a mental faculty, right? You have created a dependency on some kind of drug. It is not just with smoking, it is with any kind of drug. Even if you're drinking coffee every day, if you don't drink coffee in the morning, it will be like that, okay? Because um, intellect will function, okay? Intellect is a resource, okay? Intellect is a resource, and your intelligence is also a resource, and this resource will function as long as there is no other distractions, okay? If you're hungry, it is a distraction. If you're hungry, your decision making skills will go down. If you're sleepy, your decision making skills will go down, okay? Your intellect will go down. You cannot make decisions correctly. Do you understand this? If you're completely sleepy, you won't perform well, right? Your performance will go down. If you're completely hungry, your performance will go down. Just like that, if you have a habit of doing something, if you are addicted to some kind of chemical, if your body is used to some kind of chemical, and suddenly if the chemical is not supplied to you, your performance will go down. It will affect you. This is true. Everyone knows it. I mean, it is not a secret. Everyone knows it. It is not a spiritual truth. It is a scientific truth. If you go to a doctor, he will say this. Okay. This is called as withdrawal symptoms. Simply put, you don't have to go too much and complicate it yourself. Okay. So the answer is very very clear. Okay. So I don't know why why you are even asking the question. Okay. But you need to let me know. Okay. Why are you asking this question? Because body, like anything, okay, whatever it is. For example, there are a lot of sleeping pills that people take for sleeping. Sometimes you suddenly stop taking those pills, you will get withdrawal symptoms. You will get affected, okay? Because you give something to the body, and suddenly the body is not getting the same thing. It will be affected in some way. That is it. And that will affect your performance. You understand, right? Okay, I'm done. I'm waiting for any other questions you have. What is the meaning of the smiling? The smiley that you have sent, the emoji, the emoji. See, if you are not asking any questions, I can just be silent forever, okay? Because today I am committed to stay on the line for a long time. But the only thing is, when I get bored, I tend to smoke a lot because it is. Oh my God. I also feel thirsty. So as long as you ask me questions, I can answer them. Otherwise, I'm just sitting silently, and until you ask me any other question. Oh yes, obviously I'm away from my work, my parents' house because for work. And my parents said, I should stay away from them because we had some. They don't understand what I'm going through, right? Nobody understand the awakening or anything that I have gone through. That I see. First of all, you don't even have to be completely awakened. Even if you're going through, even if you're a spiritual seeker, for example, even if you're a spiritual seeker, you will still have this. You already know this. You already know this. Okay. Have you tried vaping? You mean electronic cigarettes? Yeah, I tried, man. It was long back, but I think it is not available anymore, right? See, nicotine is like caffeine, right? Caffeine and nicotine are like it is they are very much related, okay? They actually boost your nervous system. Do you know Sigmund Freud, right? Sigmund Freud was a smoker. He is a psychiatrist, right? He was a psychotherapist actually. He's called as father of psychotherapy. But he was smoking, and he died because of cancer actually. And when he said something about smoking. He said that it helps with thinking, and I actually find it to be true. Okay, it kind of stimulates the nervous system. It kind of see, everything has a good and bad side. Okay, even caffeine is the same. When you drink coffee, okay, don't think that smoking is bad and coffee is good. It is the same. Coffee is a drug. We don't have to be even judgmental. You don't have to categorize things as good or bad. Okay, coffee and nicotine both are addictive. That is the bottom line. Okay, if you drink coffee every day, you will be addicted to coffee. If you smoke every day, you will be addicted to nicotine. That's it. Okay. We don't even have to we don't even have to see it as good or bad, because obviously it is harmful to health, but there are a lot of other things which are harmful to get harmful to health as well. I find vapes healthier than cigarettes. See, yes, it is true actually. Like vaping, okay, vaping, like electronic cigarettes. That's what you're talking about, right? Like you just taking nicotine without the smoke, because when you burn this stuff, okay, the cigarette, when you burn this, the cigarette smoke contains a lot of ingredients. It has tar, and there will be carbon monoxide, and it is harmful to the lungs. But vaping is actually better, but I don't know why it is. See, the lot of things which are banned, okay, they don't even have any logic. For example, do you know toddy? Do you know toddy? Does anybody know what is toddy? Have you heard about toddy? If you're in Tamil Nadu or Kerala, you would know. I don't know if toddy is available in any other state, but toddy can be made in palm. Toddy can be made with coconut as well, coconut leaves. They cut the coconut leaves, and they place a pot. They tie a pot in the branch, and it will drop by drop it will come, okay, and the toddy will immediately ferment because of the bacteria in the air, okay. Immediately the fermentation will happen, and it will have some kind of alcohol content, but it is not like alcohol, okay. But the weird thing is, toddy is banned in Tamil Nadu. It is illegal in Tamil Nadu, but alcohol is legal, and it doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense. What sense does it make, okay? Why would you ban toddy but allow alcohol, the normal alcoholic drinks like brandy and whiskey, okay? This is insane, and even today nobody is questioning. So this is exactly how all this government works, okay. People are also blindly believing all these things, taking all these things. And take about cannabis is very, very good. I mean, in my experience, I have found it to be very, very good, very, very. I am pretty sure that it is a spiritual, not only cannabis, okay, lots and lots of things. But in the today's world, cigarettes are legal, brandy and whiskey are legal, which are harmful, okay. But if you take nicotine or toddy, for example, forget about cannabis, okay. Toddy is There is no harm in toddy at all, okay. How can enlightened people become addicted? Isn't that attachment? Addiction is not attachment, okay. Addiction is biological. You need to understand this. Addiction is biological. Anybody, I mean, it is completely related to the next question. Osho was addicted too. You think Osho was not addicted? In the last few days, Osho was actually using some kind of drugs. Initially, it was given to him for 10. You need to understand whether you are enlightened or not, you will become addicted. Do you know Nisargadatta Maharaj? Does anybody know Nisargadatta Maharaj? Nisargadatta Maharaj is the author of a very famous book called I Am That. It is a very beautiful book. I like it very much. He used to smoke bidis. He was a shopkeeper. He used to smoke bidis. So it is not just not just Nisargadatta Maharaj. Do you know Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? He used to smoke too. I think he also smoked cannabis. I don't know for sure, but he smoked. He himself will talk. You can read it in there is a book about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, right? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa would go for smoke often, and I think even Vivekananda smoked. Swami Vivekananda used to smoke as well, I think, if I remember very clearly. So yes, you can get it. It is not it is not that addiction is like you are like an addict. You cannot survive without smoking. I mean, don't take it so seriously. Biologically, addiction will happen. Addiction is biological, okay? It is not just with, like, for example, if you take a cough syrup every day to sleep, okay? Cough syrup will also help you to sleep, okay? Every day you take some kind of cough. My mom will advise me to do it, okay? You take this cough syrup and it will help you to sleep. Take it and every day and you will become addicted. So addiction is addiction. You will get withdrawal symptoms when you have addictions. Have you tried ChatGPT? What do you think about artificial intelligence? Oh, somebody new who's commenting. Artificial intelligence, but why is it relevant to this discussion? I don't understand. Okay, see, artificial intelligence is good. That's the only thing that I can say. It is good. Okay, I have seen the robots. Okay, who use both ChatGPT as well as the robotics. They're very very nice. But only thing is, a lot of people will lose your jobs in the future. Okay, because of artificial intelligence. But yeah, it is very convenient, right? So it is good. But yeah, nothing much because it is not a very relevant discussion. Okay, it is not related to the spirituality anyway, right? It's because vaping is just water vapor and it is not just hot like cigarette smoke. Vape smoke is absorbed in the nasal passages rather than the lungs. See, I agree, yes. Cigarette smoke is very, very dangerous because cigarette smoke has tar, carbon monoxide. Vapor is just vapor. That is true, actually. Can you say something about Osho, Master? Okay, you're asking this question for the second time. See, Osho was an eye opener for me. That is true. Okay, if I never read Osho's books, I wouldn't be who I am right now. That is true. But that doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything that Osho says. He is outdated anyway, right? It is like he is Windows XP and I am Windows 10. Or what is the latest version? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just letting you know, he lived in a period, he lived in a totally different period. There was no internet, but he managed to do his best, okay? But he's not accurate anyway. So I don't agree with Osho 100%, but I respect him for everything that he has done, okay? The help that he has done. But yes, again, he is not 100% accurate, and I don't agree with many things that he said, okay? Have you tried ayahuasca DMT? No. I would love to, but I have not tried. But I would like to try. What do you think of psychedelics? Should one use it to help them on the spiritual path? Okay. Should one use it? I mean, that I don't know because it really depends. Okay. Each and every person will have a different reaction to psychedelics. It has to be, but I really support using it in a medically supervised environment. Okay. Because you need to have some kind of support. Okay. Because psychedelics, you have no idea what it will do. It depends on the individual. Okay. So, but it is a good idea to try it out because psychedelics have helped people. Many people have. In fact, people are very, very close minded about spirituality. Do you know Sam Harris? Does anybody know Sam Harris? You can read the Sam Harris book. I think it's Waking Up Spirituality Without Religion, something like that. That is the book title. I read the book completely. It is a beautiful book. Okay. Sam Harris is an atheist. He is a very skeptical person, but once he tried some, I think he tried some mushrooms, okay, not DMT but mushrooms. But after mushrooms, um, he had a very good experience, and then he took spirituality so seriously. He came to know that spirituality really, you know, it is a real stuff, okay. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, what? He smoked? Yeah, he smoked. He smoked. It is very, very obvious. You have to you have to buy books from Ramakrishna Mission itself. Okay, Ramakrishna Mission do not hide anything. Okay, if you buy books from Ramakrishna Mission, published by Ramakrishna Mission, okay, there is a guy called Mahendranath. Mahendranath is one of his disciples. He has written this Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's Gospel of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. It has 3 volumes. You see a lot of times, I went for smoke, he went for smoke, he went for smoke, something like that. It is like a usual routine. He would go for smoke always, okay. Whenever he goes to toilet, he would smoke, not only Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, I'm talking about Vivekananda. Vivekananda used to smoke as well. You don't know. What can I do? Those days, people did not know that smoking will cause cancer. Nobody thought that smoking is injurious to health, okay. That was a new concept. I mean, we are talking about what, 18th century or 19th century? 19th century, right? So it was a long time before, okay. So yes, he did smoke, okay. Also, I have heard of taking psychedelics makes one feel oneness temporarily. So is it a good practice for spiritual practice? Will it give me the thing is, you're asking this question, which country are you from? First of all, where will you get psychedelics, okay? Don't get fooled by anyone, okay, because if you try to search for psychedelics, most of the time you will get fake ones, or you will be completely fooled. The problem is they are not legal, okay. Until they become legal, it will be very, very difficult. You're asking me, will give me a state of experience. It will help probably because they are called as entheogens, right? I mean, they help people who are in spiritual process, and people have taken it. Okay, and I am like, yeah, it will be useful. I have already talked about it. I spoke about it in one video with the simulation channel. Okay, in the future we will probably create a pill. That is what we are moving towards. Okay, because that is the only solution. We have to actually create a pill. Okay, with all this chemistry that we know about psychedelics, create a bill which will give you the right experience. That way many people can first of all get a glimpse of what spirituality is. Okay, so using psychedelics will not give the same state of experience which I have, but it will give you a glimpse. It will let you know the possibility. For example, if you don't know about spirituality at all, if you have a hard time in understanding it, if you have a hard time in understanding why it can be helpful to you, then taking psychedelics can be helpful. And again, I have never taken psychedelics. I'm saying this based on what I have read, other people's experiences. Okay. What is your opinion on Acharya Prashant? A lot of people ask this question to me. Okay. When it comes to Acharya Prashant, I don't have any complaints because I don't, so far, I haven't had any complaints about him. And it is not that I'm constantly checking his videos and content to review what he is saying. So I wouldn't be able to say anything about it. But so far, okay, I have read some of his content before, long time before, and it was good. So I don't have anything against him so far. Okay, if there is anything that comes up, I will let you know. Okay, but as of now, I mean, I can't say any solid opinion. It looks okay. Okay, I mean, only you know. Okay, if you're if you're associated with him, probably you would know, but I don't know much. Okay, because to talk about something we would know, we should have some knowledge, right? I haven't read much of his content. Sam Harris' Free Will book is amazing. Yeah, Sam Harris is an amazing person in general. There is an organization called MAPS who are doing medical research into psychedelics for therapy and so on. Okay, nice, interesting. I'll look into it. But yeah, a lot of people are doing research anyway. Transpersonal psychology itself is, transpersonal. If you read the textbook of transpersonal psychology, okay, that is an important subject, right? Textbook of transpersonal psychology has a separate chapter for all these psychedelics. I picked up mushrooms myself and taken them. They can be very useful. I've heard about it, but I have never used mushrooms. There is prediction that development in AI will lead to artificial general intelligence. AI with the self, AI with the self with real consciousness. If that happens, can AI get? Why are you making it like? Can AI get enlightened? How? Oh my God! What is enlightenment? How can AI become enlightened? Okay, anyway. It is a robot, right? It doesn't have any consciousness. I mean, it is. I mean, what is the point of questions anyway, right? So don't worry about all these things. Okay. Talking about addiction, I'm confused. When I don't masturbate for a few weeks, I have good spiritual experiences in meditation, but I can't sustain celibacy for more than 15 days. Are you sure? I mean, like, if I don't masturbate for a few days, you're having good spiritual experience. It might be a rematch because, at least as far as I understand, there is no relationship between masturbation and meditation. It's not that you're going to have a good experience because of. But that is a totally different topic. We'll talk about it some other day because I have some ideas about it. Okay, we'll talk about it. If using psychedelics makes one experience the same as enlightenment, all the temporary, doesn't it imply enlightenment is a state of mind? Can you elaborate this question? Because a lot of people sometimes ask questions, and I don't really know what they really trying to say. Like, state of mind. What do you mean by state of mind? I mean, you mean that it will be temporary? I mean, is that what you're asking, or what are you actually asking? See, the thing is, psychedelics will not give you enlightenment. It will give you some kind of glimpse. It will give you some kind of you can just get a glimpse of what it is. Okay, some kind of understanding. It might be, and again, it might differ. I am telling you, without taking psychedelics myself. So please understand, okay? I am telling you from the experiences of other people. I have never ever taken any psychedelics, okay? But yes, I have used cannabis, and cannabis itself, it looks like it creates some kind of focus, it creates some kind of comfortable situation, or in a situation where meditation can be possible. And again, I'm not saying that go ahead and smoke cannabis. I'm just sharing experience, okay? So please understand, okay? So, see, I have heard about people saying the efficiency of psychedelics in giving you a glimpse, okay? But it is only a glimpse, okay? The actual enlightenment can be only attained by traveling through it completely. You have to go through it completely, okay? Like if I take psychedelics, I feel same oneness as you. Not exactly, okay, not completely, but yes, you get some kind of glimpse. That's it. But it is not really like the permanent non-duality. That is totally different. Okay, you've come across that path. See, this is, it is you are talking about like, it is like the glimpse that you get from psychedelics could be a beginning, okay? For example, okay, I had an experience in 2023, right? And I went through complete awakening in 2014. What happened in 2004 and 2014 was completely different, okay? It took 10 years, for 10 to 11 to 12 years, I think, for me to permanently experience non-duality 24 bar 7. But what happened in 2003 or 4 is different. It is not enlightenment, but it is glimpse. And such a glimpse may be possible by using psychedelics. And I'm saying this based on other people's experiences again. Okay. So I think it's been time. 2 hours, man. 2 hours and 7 minutes. I didn't know. I was just talking and talking and talking. And I wasn't even making a lot of time. So it's time for me to get some sleep. Maybe 11:17 p.m. man here. Okay, but I still love to talk. If there is anything else, I'll wait for some time, okay? Do you have any personal views on UG Krishnamurti? Definitely. Okay. He was a honest person. Very, very honest. Honest than Ramana Maharishi, Ramakrishna Paramasa, because he was like for example, I really don't want to talk about it because people don't understand this, right? Because people are conditioned. Even if you're a spiritual seeker, you are still conditioned. You would think Ramana Maharishi is great, Ramakrishna Paramasa is great. When I say this, okay, when I say UG Krishnamurti is most honest than Ramana Maharishi, what will you think? What? Ramana Maharshi is a sage. He's supposed to be a more honest person, right? It is not like that. It is not that intentionally Ramana Maharshi was cheating. But people are prone to be conditioned and, prone to conform to the standards of the society, right? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Ramana Maharshi both were traditional guys. UG Krishnamurti was different. And UG Krishnamurti, if you read UG Krishnamurti, there is a lot of honesty in his answers. That is something which I have observed, okay? So, thanks. Great session. Keep coming and let us know if we can help you some way. Right now, I need $50, man. $50 to $60, something like that. Or $100 will be much more comfortable because right now, okay, I'll talk about other helps, in the future, okay, but right now I need some money because I don't know, and I mean, right now I have money, but I don't know how it will be in the last week of this month because I'll get paid, right, every month. Okay, anyway, guys, I think it's time, okay, and thank you. I thank you very much for your time, and I hope that you enjoyed this session. You have a nice day, wonderful day, okay, bye.